Welcome to Sarah Lottie's. For today's workout, you'll just need yourself and your mat. No props required. Today's exercises will be focused on a lot of spinal alignment, thinking of our back strength, maybe a little bit more of a stretch for some of you. So we'll start today facing the front of your mat, and we're going to start in an all-fours position. Fingertips will be just ahead of your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And we want to find a neutral position, so as if you could balance a tray on your back. We're thinking of zipping up through the core. So think about putting on a really tight pair of jeans or a really wet swimsuit bottom. Ooh, it's that position of lifting up and out. You can also think of jumping into some cold water. That sensation goes from your belly all the way up to your head. We'll start by waking up the spine here. So big exhale, hips come up, lift, rounding through that spine. Really tuck your chin. Gaze to your thighs, and inhale. We'll find that extension of the spine, really over-exaggerating that arch in the spine. Chin is up. Ease into this. So with each exhale, you're lifting. See if you can round a little bit higher, creating space between fingertips and armpits. And with each inhale, maybe even bending the elbows slightly, dropping into that belly, chin up. Exhale, we lift, we create length, we round, tucking the chin, gaze to thighs. Inhale, gaze lifts, chin lifts, belly drops, and really feeling that nice stretch. We're going to hold it in a neutral position in 3, in 2, and 1. Holding it in a neutral position here. Now, we're going to exhale, find those left toes in line, and we're going for a neutral spine here. So that right hand can come down at any point, and we're just lifting those toes up and dropping them down. Toes come up and drop them down. We can flex that foot up, point the toes down, and we're squeezing that core the entire time. We want to activate our abdominals here. Those are directly supporting our spine, and they help us engage in spinal alignment. One thing we don't want to do is crunch the shoulders up to the ears. We want to create that nice posture, lots of space for that spine. You can hold those toes up in 3, in 2, and 1. Let's hold those toes up, finding that point. Zip up through that core again, that cold water sensation, and little up an inch, little down. Good. Little up, little down, warming up that back line of the body that supports our whole spine for 3, for 2, and for 1. Knee comes in, and we'll again create that beautiful flexion, press, squeeze. Let's find the other side here. So we'll find that neutral position. Left forearm can come down. Exhale, those toes can come out, slight external rotation. And again, zip up. You're in that cold water. We're going to draw those toes up and just back down. Draw them up and back down. Can again find that flex and that point, and a flex and a point. Waking up the glutes, that spine stays nice and straight the entire time. We don't want it bending and flexing. We're working on that stability here. So flexing up, pointing down, flexing up, and pointing down. Toes hold up in 3, in 2, and 1. Let's hold those toes, find a point. Little up an inch, little down, zipping up through that core. Shoulders away from ears. You've got 5. For 4, stable hips for 3. For 2, and 1, knee bends in, come back, and we'll create that gorgeous spinal flexion. We're going to come forward and come down to our forearms and finding a sphinx-like position here. We've got the shoulders stacked directly over your elbows. Feet are hip-width distance apart, and we're pressing the tops of our feet into the mat. Now, from here, you can shuffle those elbows a little closer to the body, just making sure they're underneath. And we are going to press, lift up, and then inhale, dropping down. Press, lift up, preparing ourselves for a swan. Inhale, dropping down. Press, lift up, inhale, dropping down, and press, lift up. All right, friends, let's lower the head down to the mat. Fingertips shift close to the armpits. We're going to lift as we find that inhale, and then exhale, head comes down. Inhale, lift the chin, finding that beautiful extension, and exhale, returning to that neutral spine. Now this time, let's press, hold, pressing those toes and your tops of your feet into the mat. Hover the hands Exhale, press, lift a little higher. Hover the hands again. And let's drop down, resting the head onto the mat. Good. Let's inhale, lift up. Hover the hands. Exhale, press, lift a little higher. Hover the hands from here. Chin stays untucked. And then exhale, come down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, we're pressing up. Exhale, press. We're hovering those hands. Finding that inhale, pressing those feet into the mat. And then exhale, coming down. All right, we're going to extend those fingertips forward. We're going to anchor the pelvis, anchor the hips into the mat, and really pressing that backside of your body into the mat. From here, that head is resting down. We'll find an inhale, lifting fingertips, and exhale, dropping down. Inhale, fingertips up, and exhale, coming to neutral. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, dropping down. Inhale, up. We've got 2 more, and we'll hold. For 2. And for 1, let's hold. Draw those arms out. Palms flip. Palms face each other. Palms are going to flip. Palms face each other. We're swimming. Pressing into the tops of those feet. Activating through the core. See if you can lift that chest a little higher. Hold the hands by the sides in 3. In 2. And 1. Hands by the side. Lift as hands come by. Out to a T, lifting up, finding that length, and dropping down. Anchor those feet to help you lift. Exhale to extend. Inhale to lift. Exhale to extend. Let's hold hands by the sides in 5. In 4, hands to the sides in 3. In 2, and 1, hands to the sides. Pat those hands in like a little seal. You've got 5. You've got 4. We're circling them forward in 3. In 2, and 1, inhale forward, and then exhale, dropping it down. Good. All right, we're going to exhale, find ourselves just in a little bit more flexion here, or a rounding of the spine. Finding that nice Pilates pause. Really tucking that chin. See if you can lift your hips up a little higher, maybe even pressing into the shins. And then we'll bring ourselves right back down. All right. So we're going to anchor those feet one more time. Hips anchor in. We're going to find some swimming here. So let's find those fingertips extended, palms face each other. We're going to anchor the hips to start. Find an inhale, lift up, and we're going to flutter those hands. Once you feel stable with those hands, those feet can join. Working that stability of the spine. Woo! See if you can lift a little higher. You've got 5. You've got 4, shoulders down the back. You've got 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, hands pillow, and rest your cheek on your hands either side. We're going to do another couple rounds of those, okay? So catch your breath here. If you need to find that pose with that flexion, you can. When you're ready, let's find an inhale. We're going to draw those arms forward. Head can rest on the mat. And then on inhale, we're lifting. Start with the arms little up an inch, little down. When you feel stable, add the legs. We're swimming. Can you lift a little bit higher? You're here for 3. You're here for 2. And for 1, pillow the hands and drop the cheek on the other side. You can feel that nice release in your spine. We're going to go for 1 more round of swimming. If you need that stretch, you can take that stretch here. Otherwise, we're going to come to center. Extend the hands. That forehead can rest just on the mat. We'll find an inhale to lift. Start with those arms, legs anchor down. Then you can add those legs once you feel stable. Woo! Lift the chest a little higher, point the toes. Squeeze those fingertips together. You've got 5. For 4, hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Press the hands, tuck the feet. Nice round spine here. So good. Really round into that spine. Deep tuck of the chin and lift up through those hips. Really nice, my friends. These back body exercises are fantastic to do if you have a fair amount of sitting in your day. Find yourselves into a nice squat here. Or just releasing any of that hip tension that you might experience when you've got those hips on the ground. If you'd like to add these on to any of my workouts, this is a great exercise to do either as a warm up or a cool down. I have 45-minute workouts, 30-minute workouts, 20-minute workouts, just abs, just arms, just legs, a little bit of everything. Thank you so much for working out with me today, my friends. I hope you have a wonderful day and take care of that spine.